Hello, everybody. It is me. Why did I keep doing that? It is me, Fangarts, and we're getting into Nintendo Treehouse Live. So let's do this. Starts at 12 p.m. It's currently 11:59. I'm gonna check if it works. Make my sound. You can barely hear the noise. Maybe you can hear it better now. Okay. So yeah, we are reacting to this live. It is 12 p.m. So should be starting fairly soon. If you guys are hyped, chuck us a like rating down below. So yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So it's 12 p.m. It is 12.
Hey,
there we
everybody,
go.
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2019. Thank you guys for sticking with us. It's day 3, but more importantly, it is Indie Day here on our stream. To kick things off, I am here. I'm Morgan from the Treehouse. I'm here with Sam and Audrey. And to get Indie Day started, we're going to be looking at a lot of titles. But for this one, I want you guys, get those headphones on, pump those desk speakers. We are going to be taking a look at Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, that's the game I
Let's
want to
get
play.
started.
That's the game I'm getting.
And I wanted to start right here on the title screen. If we could get a little bit more of that music.
We could just stay here
Oh,
forever. It's so good.
I almost don't even want to start the
I
game.
know.
Thursday morning, Zelda and chill. Let's just sit here and listen to this for a little while. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah,
okay.
we're not bluffing. We could listen to this forever.
for sure. I
Sweet.
think I probably will start the game though because I like it and I want to
Okay,
play.
fine.
All right, so getting started here.
By the way, if you
title's
guys
a little
didn't
bit
know,
long,
this is being
but
released
it gives
today.
You a lot of clues about what this game really is. It is a Crypt of the Necrodancer game that features elements of The Legend of Zelda, and it takes place in Hyrule.
This is sick.
If you haven't played Crypt of the Necrodancer before, it's likely you've never played anything like Crypt of the Necrodancer because it's fairly unique. This is a kind of rhythm action game.
That's
You
so
notice
cool.
as soon as I started moving there, the enemies started moving on a movement pattern. And I need to move along with the beat, otherwise I'll miss a beat like I did just there. So we have a visual indicator at the bottom of the screen letting me know what the beat is, but also the audio as well, which is just fantastic.
And we just have to
This
point
looks
out
sick.
right off the bat, you're playing as Zelda.
Oh yeah,
And that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
That doesn't happen often enough, so I'm really excited that we get to do that in this game. And I just took damage there. So all of my movement needs to happen
This
on the
looks
beat.
sick.
This is what happens if I try to not move on the beat. You see, yeah. Trill will come in and yell at me and ask me if I want to turn on fixed beat mode. No, I don't need to do that. I was just doing that for the purposes of demonstration. But all of the enemies also have their own movement patterns.
This is cool.
And learning those movement patterns is one of the keys to being successful in this game. So the way you attack is by kind of pressing the control pad into the same direction that an enemy is when an enemy
Dude,
is
this
either
looks like
at
the old
rest
Zelda
or
style. This
just
is
about
insane.
to attack you. So one of the ways that you take damage is either by a telegraphed enemy attack or by moving into the same square that an enemy is attempting to move into at the same time.
There's an enemy in the bottom left there, Sam.
Yes,
Missed
there
it.
is. The cuckos are evil.
This is
and
cool.
They'll get in your way, and if you accidentally hit them several times, they behave just as cuckos do, because we're in Hyrule, and they will swarm you to death.
Yeah, there's nothing like an enemy like aggressively dancing toward you.
Yeah, and you'll notice like that.
This is sick.
So that projectile is even moving along with the beat.
I see
which
it.
is
Really trippy.
Yeah, it's really trippy.
Ooh.
Sorry guys, I'm a little sick,
yeah,
but this is
used,
pretty cool.
Nehru's Love, which offers you a protection ability, and that will allow you to reflect projectiles if you get the timing right. So you'll notice that now all of the enemies are gone on the screen. I get free movement, so I can just move around at will. I don't have to worry about the beat. And
That's cool.
and I also received a diamond. So you'll see it at the top left corner of the screen. So I have 33 of
he
those
does.
diamonds right now. I did have to play up this save file a little bit to give me a fighting chance because this game is very difficult. And also because it happens on the beat, talking and playing at the same time is especially difficult. It's like rubbing your head and patting your belly or whatever that thing is. It's that kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get going here.
You notice since you're surrounded by enemies again, the music got frenetic.
Yeah.
It really tells you to stay on your game.
Dude, this beat is awesome.
So the weapon that I'm using right now is a dagger, and that means that I can only attack. Oh, I'm taking damage here. I can only attack one square directly in front of me. But because this takes place in Hyrule, you have all kinds of Legend of Zelda weapons represented. And I'll go into the inventory here so we can take a look.
Ooh,
We've got
bombs.
bomb chews, we got a bow,
Chews,
and up
bows.
in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see I have a shovel and a torch, and those will come into use a little bit later. But those are limited time use items, so those won't stay with you if you're defeated. So this isn't a roguelike, but it does have roguelike elements. And it's much more approachable than Crypt of the Necrodancer was. That was a notoriously difficult game. But I'm going to switch to this broadsword here so we can get a look at how that looks.
It's cool. A lot of those elements you saw on that screen will be familiar to the Legend of Zelda fans. We even have little pieces of heart up there in the top left corner.
That's right.
This looks
And
insane.
so that's one of the many collectibles that you can get in the game. Oh, so
Oh,
you
that's
see,
cool.
with the broadsword, I'm able to attack 3 tiles in front of me, which is incredibly useful, especially if you're having a rough time in this game. And here we are.
Oh, you can breathe now.
Yeah. So we're in Kakariko Village.
Oh, this is cool.
And because we're in Hyrule, we have all of these familiar Legend of Zelda locales. And even though the music is peaceful,
is
you'll notice we
awesome.
still do have enemies on this screen.
Those
we got
darn
the,
Kukas.
yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm not going to do that just yet.
Just a little one.
Yeah, I'm going to explore a
I've
little
done that
bit.
in Breath of the
Show
Wild. It
what's coming.
sucks.
Oh, look at this.
Sleeping as always.
Yep. Let's see if we can't do something about that. Look,
It's
this
familiar
is,
face.
Yeah, this is Dompe's second appearance on Treehouse Live.
Downface big day.
Yeah, he was telling us about a hibiscus potion, and we might be able to use that to wake the sleepy boy in that house. All right, so now we're
Ooh.
entering a crypt. A few notes. So the world map is randomly generated. And that random generation happens when you start a new game. And then it remains
Sick.
persistent even if you're defeated throughout the duration of the game. But the crypts in the dungeons are all procedurally generated. And that changes every time you enter a crypt. So if you're defeated and you re-enter a crypt or a dungeon, it'll reform in a completely new fashion.
Oh, yeah,
so
look at
as
that.
you can see, yeah, it's
Can't
completely
even go
different
left
here.
now.
So I'm going to try and dispatch everyone in here.
You got this.
And if you, again, we're gonna point this out a lot, but the music is absolutely
so good.
amazing in this game. It's not
Yeah.
only
That's not a treasure chest.
oh,
no, get out of
run.
there.
Alright,
It's
cool.
not only familiar Zelda tunes, they're also medleys and remixes that we've never heard
Sick.
before.
Yeah.
And another thing you can tell is that looking at these enemies, you really have to keep an eye on their movements because they will give you a tell when they're about to attack, and that's really
That's right.
important if you don't want to take damage.
Oh, we can hear the dulcet tones of a familiar voice.
Oh.
Let's see if we can't make our way over there.
Music.
This is
And
awesome.
Sam, you mentioned that it's roguelike, or has roguelike elements. So some of the items you've collected, if you were to die, you would actually lose those. But
That's
some
right.
of them you would get to keep.
That's right. So any of my Legend of Zelda series items or my weapons, oh, that Poe, you need to. Oh, I got
no.
stuck in a web.
No,
Yeah, so the Poes are almost like booze. They only move when you're not looking at them.
You're pretty well bottlenecking those enemies like that.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
decent strategy.
This is awesome.
So I just got a flail, and it was a glass flail. So the thing about the glass weapons is that they will crack or they will break if you take any damage. So I'll get to use it for as long as I have it. So some of these enemies are, yeah, and it just broke just there.
Yeah, you've said this before, but I think it's worth pointing out again. You are talking while playing on the show floor a rhythm game.
Yeah,
so
it's-
good on you.
I'm missing a few
This
beats
is
here.
literally
So
awesome.
small task.
That's just the way it is. So the shovel allows you to manipulate the terrain a little bit and to get into new areas.
Sorry,
There's
guys. I'm
something
a
like
little sick.
just watching you. I watch you play this a lot. A lot of times
This
when
looks
you
awesome.
encounter an enemy, you're actually kind of backing up a few steps to sort of let their movement
That's
pattern,
right.
or I guess more like a dance pattern, come
Yeah.
to you.
Who's this beautiful voice?
That's a lot of fun. I bought a key. I don't know if I'll get to use it. We'll see. So I have a temporary or a limited time use item right now that allows me to see what's in treasure chests before I open them, which is really useful. Okay, cool. So you see that skull icon on the floor. That indicates we're about to enter like a little
no.
challenge room.
Oh boy.
This is like
We believe
like the
you.
nightclub, dungeon nightclub.
You have such determination.
this game
to
looks
not go
awesome.
straight for those rupees. I would die going for the rupees.
That was really. You did a really good job in there.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, collecting keys. So let's see if we can't find what's going on in this Kakariko crypt. There's a locked door. Oh, great.
Oh no.
Look what I did. I might have to dip out of this real quick in order to reset this dungeon, or this crypt. But the music, oh my goodness.
It's really amazing. Fans of Legend of Zelda will really love to hear all of these beautiful remixes of these classic songs. And friends from Crypt of the Necrodancer will be happy to see their singing friend again.
Yeah, absolutely.
This looks
There's
awesome.
so
This
many
game.
elements from both of the games represented. So I could be using my bow. The cool thing about the bow is that it allows you to attack enemies from far away, but you still need to be doing that on the beat.
Is it the 13th today, or did I mess that up? No, it's the 13th. Good.
I love the little like map in the bottom right. It's like you know your map being revealed as you go to new areas, but it's like these big chunky pixels down there that just look. I don't know.
So here
I just
we're
like looking
fighting
at it.
Shadow Link.
Shadow Link is not
Yes.
sleepy.
No. And he is the boss of the Kakariko Crypt.
Oh,
Oh, well dodged.
oh.
So I can attack him from the side, and the broadsword is going to...
Oh, nice.
Thank goodness. All right.
Yes.
I got it. We know what we can use that for. But because there are still enemies in the crypt, you notice that the music didn't go back to its nice, calm state.
Yeah, you've still got your beats along the bottom. You've still got to keep moving to that cadence.
So I only briefly touched on the diamonds, but the diamonds are the persistent currency.
Yeah.
And they'll stay with you even if you're defeated. And you don't have to spend them all in one go. So you can collect them up and save them for something
Right, but the
a little
rupees
bit
you
later.
would have lost those if you had died. in
Yes,
that
the
dungeon.
rupees, my limited time use items, all of those I would have lost if I was defeated.
Wake up, Link.
Yes.
This looks awesome.
Jumps out of bed, already dressed. Ready to go.
And Link, I do need your help.
Yeah. When you put your bed in the middle of your room, that's how important sleep is. You know.
That's true.
Like-
He has his priorities.
So I'm going to enlist Link's help here. When we start
Oh,
the
there's
co-op.
co-op. Holy
So how about it, Audrey?
Let's
Want to
do
join
it.
in?
gosh. There's
All
co-op.
right.
Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. There's actually co-op?
Yay! All right, so you have your own set
Oh
of
my.
weapons, and there are some weapons that only Link can use. I did it.
Yeah.
I did the thing.
That's what I was going
did
to
the
do.
thing. I did.
Why?
I
You
knew
took
you were
that
gonna do
from
it.
me.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go back.
Okay.
Actually,
Lead
I'm
the
gonna.
way, lady.
You want to see Zelda jam out here?
I do.
So I just used the golden loot, which is going to allow me to warp to
yes.
different areas of the map.
I love it.
So
More
I've
chunky
revealed,
pixels.
yeah, I've revealed a lot of this already, but we don't want to show too much of it off.
I believe there's
We're
co-op.
gonna warp to an area called the Gerudo Ruins. And
Oh, and
yeah,
the
the
song
music,
here.
I know,
Oh,
it's
so
so good. So when you're playing in co-op, it makes things a lot easier because you can dispatch enemies more quickly, but it also makes things in a way more challenging because I haven't touched
Coordinate.
on it just yet because I haven't been able to maintain a good multiplier. But if you defeat a lot of enemies in a row without missing a beat and without taking damage, then you'll earn a multiplier and you'll start a nice combo, and that can have many different positive effects. You'll earn more diamonds whenever you clear the entire screen of Oh, this is where I got the golden loot. So hey, we get to say hi to Cadence.
Sup, Cadence?
So to kind of set up what we're gonna do here, I want to
Can't believe there's co-op that's actually lit.
And we're gonna go in here. All right. So we're gonna need 3 gears. And hopefully we can find those around here. So as I was saying about the multiplier, there are some weapons that'll actually do more damage if you have a high multiplier. Those are modifiers that you can add on to your weapons.
Dude, this audio is
Apologies,
so
I think I
good.
have a little bit of an advantage here because I have a weapon that allows me to attack many tiles in front of me, but Audrey does not.
I know, you start with a short-range weapon, and it is punishing.
Yeah, and if you guys pay attention to that triangle at the bottom of the screen, if it starts to get kind of electrically charged and stuff starts happening, that means that multiplier is going up.
Okay, I think
You have to jump on the beat here, or you will get pummeled. Oh, defeat all enemies.
Oh, no.
It's like, just give me the goods.
All right, we got one. I need some hearts. Oh, you
Oh,
want to
we are
grab that
low
shovel?
on hearts.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, you
oh,
need that
yes.
shovel.
Sweet shovel.
Okay.
I'm a little bit worried about
Are
the
they
hearts
gonna die on
going
stream?
Be careful about that. If we're defeated, it's okay. We'll just get to show you what the defeat sequence looks like.
Oh
Use that
no,
as a-
tempo up.
Oh no, okay. You stepped on that button that
Yes.
increased the tempo.
You have to
and
watch
that's really
out for
bad
those
news.
switches. I'm sorry, Zelda.
Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
my.
Things are looking bad for me. Oh no. Okay, I need to get away from this big guy.
Yeah, we
here.
need to.
We don't need to defeat all the enemies, so I'm gonna head over here to the right.
I'm gonna try and get away from him.
Can you follow me over here?
Think
I am.
stuck.
Run and shovel your way
I
down.
wonder if like
Okay.
you can go like far away from each other.
Oh,
Would it be like a split run, or would it just like direct you
Make
to
you
the?
feel better even when it's
player
taunting
one?
you.
Who
Oh,
knows?
One of the things that I like to do, because once you start in motion, you kind of need to stay in motion.
I honestly
oh,
don't know.
Okay,
Oh shit!
okay.
so if you were to go to a Sheikah Stone, you could revive me. And the Sheikah Stone is just down there to your left, if you can make your way there.
Oof.
Don't bump into the cactuses, though.
No. Oh, I mean, fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Sheikah
Yeah.
Stone.
Oh,
no.
Oh, that's the Sheikah Stone. Okay.
You're going to make it.
Close.
I believe in you.
I believe. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
So like, it's really,
It didn't fill your hearts, though.
No.
it's quite easy to revive your
Oh, I don't
teammate
have
if
a
you have
shovel
co-op
anymore.
on.
Destroy,
Yes, I can get through here.
There we go.
That's called teamwork.
That's
All right. Oh, I'm gonna need more of your help.
Oh,
So yeah, once again, those limited time use items, when you're defeated, you lose those.
and it doesn't feel so good.
Nice.
You don't revive.
So you see the
Like,
mark
it
on
must
that
be hard to revive.
That means that we're going
Normally.
to need to defeat all of the enemies in this area before we're going to be able to access it.
Oh, nice.
Thank goodness.
Just in time. Oh, and
I
we got
needed-
the other gear.
Okay, cool.
One
we
to
need
go.
just one more.
And one thing that I find interesting is like you said, Sam, when you're playing co-op, it's a little bit easier in a lot of regards. But on the other hand, like it's almost impossible to stay out of each other's way
Yeah.
as you're jumping to the beat and dodging enemies. So sometimes you might need to go a certain square and your buddy's there, and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's also much harder to maintain that multiplier because you're both working toward it
Yeah.
simultaneously. So we could dispatch these enemies so much quicker since we're playing in co-op. But Link and Zelda playing together, that's so cool.
Oh no!
Okay.
Just as I fall
Okay.
that you say that.
It's all right. I'll see if I can
Like
finish
Zelda
this room
playing
up.
together
Okay.
is so cool. Oof.
Very wise.
All right.
Ah, third gear. And another shovel.
Yeah. So those limited time use items, they'll replace the one that you have.
This audio is
and
so
you can
sick.
choose which you'd rather keep. All right, so I'm gonna visit the Sheikah Stone, revive you. There we are.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So we got the 3 gears. Let's go inside. Oh, rather I'm gonna shoot an arrow at you. You're gonna charge me? Okay.
Oh, nothing's for free in this world.
Oh, free.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, we can hear the
Yeah.
sounds already.
It's pretty treacherous in here. Gotta stay out of each other's way.
Look
stay
at
out of
all the enemies.
I know.
So one of the things I like to do is kind of buffer my movement against the walls sometimes, because that'll keep the enemies moving in their movement pattern. But you don't necessarily have to move. Ooh, could we use another piece of art? We got plenty of. Oh yes, and that was enough to get us another.
Sorry guys for
thing.
coughing. I'm
Yeah,
thirsty.
refill
What?
squares.
This looks pretty sick.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if you're watching. Like what Sam meant is you have to move every beat. You can't just stand still.
Right.
So, but you can kind of bounce up off a wall so that you're not having to like advance toward an enemy or something like that.
Oh, I've got them all bottlenecked. That was a slaughter.
That'll show them to just stand around.
Okay, looks like another. Let's go.
Oh, there's bokoblins in the game. Oh, let's go.
Nice.
Key.
All right. Oh.
My ears,
Grab your
so happy.
headphones.
I know. It just
I
feels like
know.
it was like a
This
crazy
actually
breakdown.
looks like a sick
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
I didn't want to talk while it was happening.
Yeah.
This is going to be challenging. That is a little bomb button, but I want. Okay, I'll just get it from
Ooh,
the side.
nice.
Oh, cool. We got a match.
Come on, hit the bomb button.
No.
Well, you'll see what happens. You need to get
Thank
away
you,
from them
thank
because the
you.
bombs will damage you also. Okay. Okay.
Well done.
That broadsword is really helpful. Okay, cool. Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, ice
Boomerang
rod,
on.
boomerang.
Boomerang.
Yes. My arm is complete.
All right, you can see over on the right side of the screen where that's assigned. That button assignment there.
Ow, very cool.
I love just looking at all the stuff you guys have up in that upper left and right.
Yeah,
It's like there's so much stuff.
There's a lot of stuff going on. So again, your keys, your rupees,
This looks
any of your
amazing.
limited time use items, all of those you lose whenever you're defeated. But any of the tiles that you've, the map squares that you've revealed,
My cough dropped.
whenever you activate a Sheikah Stone, that becomes a warp point, and you can return there. So the entire world state doesn't reset every time you're defeated, and that's a difference from Crypto the Necrodancer. We're making quick work.
Well done.
Another key.
We're loaded up on keys.
This looks sick.
Just need to find some places to use them.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, there's bokoblins, there's
Okay.
skelly
So
bones.
now I have a spear. And the cool thing about the spear is that it allows me to attack enemies that are a tile away from me. So it gives me a little bit more reach. Didn't help me there.
I took your rubies. Sorry.
No. Okay, I found another locked door.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, we need to destroy these coffins as soon as. Oh gosh.
Try
This
to get
guy
around
is
to
really
that other
tough.
coffin.
Got it.
Ah. Recognize this guy.
Oh no.
Ah, no, no, no. Get away.
There we are. Oh, thank goodness. I've only got half a heart left.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh,
No. And that was the end of me. Audrey, see what you can do on your own.
We've got this. Maybe. Oh, I needed that guy over here. Oh, no. Come on. Over here.
There you go.
Got it.
Nice
Got
one.
it. Got it.
If you go back, you might be able to get that chest.
Ooh.
I think you're gonna need to.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Okay, yeah. So now if you step on that, oh, okay, so you can actually get back to the Sheikah Stone really quickly if you want to
Ooh,
and
through
revive me.
here?
Yeah, so, if you push that so that you can use it as a stepping stone. Yeah, and now if you go all the way down outside of the Gerudo ruins,
Good luck. That sounds sarcastic right now for some reason.
and if you hit that Sheikah Stone,
Yeah, we've got this.
okay, cool.
You
Nice.
seem really excited to join the boss fight, Sam. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what-
Yeah, he's like, you can just go back and I'm not
well-
arguing. I'm not mad. Please,
This-
please
this
join the boss
fight is
fight.
really challenging.
So there's
We're gonna
boss.
need
I
all the
wonder
help
what
we can
boss
get.
this is gonna be.
This is exciting.
It's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
And we get
Oh.
our first look at the new villain of this game, Octavo.
Oh, new villain.
He thinks Hera belongs to
Octavo.
him, but I tend to disagree.
It's like Splatoon's
So he's
one.
kind of forced the
the
king into a deep slumber,
Octolings.
and that sets up the story.
Link's jealous. He's like, I want to be in a deep slumber.
He even has music stuff, like
Oh boy,
the
Karma's
DJ.
nice.
Oh, that looks
Basic
sick.
almost.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's really cool and frightening.
Oh my gosh,
Good luck.
that actually looks
You as
amazing.
well. Oh no!
Are you down already?
I'm already down.
Jeez.
I think I was low on health.
Oh, damn.
Oh, dodge.
This is why you were revived, Sam.
Maybe I should have died and had you revive me. Oh, good.
Okay, I gotta
get the
stay away from the
minions
hot
first.
coals.
This actually
I need to make
looks
my
sick.
way around, but they're moving with me.
Now I can backseat groove. Okay.
We got one.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh man.
look at that last guy.
Dude, this is really fast
Oh, no.
paced.
I'm on the hot coals.
Get off of there.
Oh, he's
Oh,
trapped.
nice.
Oh,
You can
we
do
got him.
this.
That range is
Yeah,
really
that
coming in
range
handy.
Oh,
weapon.
he's stuck.
No.
Oh, get
I
out
gotta
of
get
there.
out of here.
Get out of there.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so we'll get to see. We'll get to see the
As
defeat sequence.
intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're defeated, you come and you get to talk to the Oracle, and the Oracle will allow you to use your diamonds on any one of these things that might help you out. I think we should probably each take a shovel, but we're gonna get to go right back into the boss room
Oh,
and give that one more shot. So we've already done all the work. We have full health. If you have multiple items, I might go back to this broadsword, although that range was really
That
helpful.
range was pretty
Range-
helpful
yeah,
with
okay.
those
You can like
guys.
reach over the coals and just like poke.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I think we needed to. Did we need to go through here first? Nope. I thought this is where the room was. Oh, it is. Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, don't play scared. You're trying to get out of this boss
No.
fight. I don't remember where it was.
okay, they got one down.
That was totally intentional. It just gave us an opportunity to listen to the music again.
And visually, actually, the size of these bosses, I think, really reinforces their movement patterns. It gives you a chance to, like,
Oh, no.
if you're not playing, like, I'm just watching
They're
and
trapped.
not talking and playing. It's a lot easier for me to follow the boss's movements because they're so gigantic.
No, no. They are being really aggressive right now. Okay. Get off those
Oh,
hot
no.
balls, buddy.
Oh, he's moving into us. We've got.
Got
Oh,
You got this, you got this, you got
Here
this,
we
you
go.
got this, you got
We can
this.
do this. One heart. I believe in you, though. Come on, 3 hits. Oh, that is
Two more
smart.
arrows. One more
One
arrow.
more.
One more arrow.
Nice.
Got him.
goodness.
Dude, it's like defeating Eggman. That like.
And let's collect our reward.
Yes.
Oh, and you get to unlock that. Sick. Bass.
Pretty sick gem.
It's
Just a
really
bass
cool.
guitar.
That's right. I do feel a magical aura.
That's
Really?
true.
You feel mad.
Wow, that was
That's way too much fun
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
Oh my
co-op.
goodness.
It really is.
that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all the time we have for that segment.
Wait,
we got
one
to
of
see
them?
that
That
boss
was
fight
so. That looked
for-
really easy.
And
Those
yeah,
pe-
well,
the
what
girl
else do we
was
have?
just really
Anything
bad. That
closing
kinda
thoughts
looks
about
pretty
this
easy.
game, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Grab your headphones. Cadence of Hyrule, the Crypt of the Nectar Dancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda, is available to download on Nintendo eShop this morning.
Yes.
This
Oh,
morning.
I'm
Yes.
getting it.
All right.
Yes.
I'm getting
So,
it.
Sam, Audrey, thank you guys. And Indie Day rolls on. We are going to be right back on Nintendo Treehouse Live with Dauntless. So don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching this one, guys.
Oh. Whoa. Wait. This looks sick. We'll be right back. Okay, well, I'm going to pause this. And we'll be right back with the stream as well. Because I need to take a little break. See you in a bit. Okay. Hello, guys. So, I'm gonna check on the eShop how much the Hyrule thing actually costs. So yeah, let's check this out. Okay. So just logging in. Are they back? Let me check. Nope. Okay. Where is it? I'm trying to search up Hyrule. Hyrule, right here. Search. Cadence of Hyrule, $25 pre-purchase. You should be able to play it today. This game actually looks sick. Guys, if I ever get an Elgato, which I don't know how expensive they are, they're probably expensive, I will literally either live stream or like just record this. Let me see how much an Elgato is. Oh, dude, they're only $100? Are you serious? Oh, sweet. Okay. If I save up my money, I'm gonna definitely get an Elgato. Okay, guys? Okay, I'm closing the eShop. Ugh, my brother has made my Nintendo Switch such a mess. Ew, so yeah, if I can save up 100 buckaroos, that would be nice. Yep, it still says we'll be right back here, Al. This looks like a pretty sick game. Here, I'll let you guys watch this. I'm gonna put away my Nintendo Switch.
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Sam.
Okay, they're
joined by
back.
My colleague Vince from our publisher and developer relations team, and I am super excited that right now we're going to
They're
take
back,
a
yeah.
look at Dauntless for Nintendo Switch. We've got some guests with us here from the Phoenix Labs team.
This looks
Jesse,
sick.
Nick, and Chris, thank you so much for bringing this over. I know y'all have been really busy with development. You got a ways to go, but it's really awesome that you give us a chance to take an early look at the game here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder when this is coming
here
out.
today We're showing off Dauntless on Switch for the first time ever.
Whoa.
It's hands-on on the show floor. You can jump in, check out a couple of our Behemoth hunts. And today we got a special surprise. We're going to debut a brand new Behemoth never before seen on stream today.
And we will try to do it.
Cool.
And we will
See
try
how
our
it
best.
goes. So as we get started here, for folks who maybe haven't had a chance to check out Dauntless before, what can we tell them about what this game is all about?
Yeah, so Dauntless is a co-op action RPG where you and up to 4 of your friends go on these cooperative hunts and challenge these boss-sized, larger-than-life behemoths that are threatening humanity's survival.
Cool.
And I think we've got one we can kind of get warmed up on before we tackle the new BC.
Yeah, we're going to warm up against Charog, which is one of our earlier game behemoths, but not without its own set of challenges. So why don't we hop in here
Right
and
on.
check it out.
Ooh.
In the full version of Dauntless, you'll be crafting hundreds of different weapons and armor and gear combinations. For the sake of the demo today, we've got a couple pre-built kits here. So I'm going to go with the War Pike, which is a great utility team support weapon.
All right, I really enjoy mobility, so I'm going to grab the chain blades, I think, today.
Awesome. Yeah, no RPG would be complete without lots of character customization options. So when you start your journey in Dauntless, you'll create a Slayer, tailor your appearance with, again, hundreds of different combinations and options.
I will say, when I first started playing the game, I was amazed how long it took me in the character creator. I wasn't expecting to have so many options. This is just like 4 pre-builds, but it's really remarkable that you can make such a personalized take on your Slayer, but then once you get into the game and you reach the Ramsgate City area, you can actually customize again. It's not like you're locked into one look.
Yeah, one of the things we really wanted to kind of nail when we started development was making sure that players felt like they could be whoever they wanted to be in the world. And you change over time, so we wanted to make sure that players also are able to change what they look like over time as well.
So,
So much content already here. How is this game free to play?
You know, that's a great question. We don't really think about kind of the free-to-play model as, you know, something that should have a little bit of content or a lot of content. You know, we really
Wait, this is free to play?
the best experience to players that we possibly could.
That's sick. Wait.
And, you know, we really focus on delivering, you know, the best experience to players that we possibly could. With the game was really important to us, and so, you know, we've been building the game now for about 4 years, and, you know, we
4
keep kind of
years.
layering on,
Jeez.
and you know, trying to add more and more content as we go, and we're also like basically adding, you know, new behemoths, new weapons consistently. We're patching every 2 weeks, and, you know, the next big kind of jump for us is to bring the game to Switch, where, you know, we can get even more awesome players in. So.
That's awesome.
This is insane.
all right, so heading into a Charog hunt, one thing I think is really interesting about how you jump into combat in this game, there's not a class system. It's choosing a weapon based on the behemoth that you're going to fight. You have the freedom to adjust your loadout every time you go in. But then there's a lot you can do to customize your loadout to really fill a role on your team if you want to, or really optimize your playstyle one direction or another. But there's a lot of flexibility there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we didn't really want players to feel like they had to make a static choice with the way that they wanted to play, and we want, you know, again, with the kind of the idea of being whoever you want to be within the game. You know, the weapon kind of provides a baseline for kind of how you want to interact with the game world, but then, you know, there's even more deeper.
Whoa, this does not look
inside
like
there.
very
So,
good
like, each
quality.
weapon,
What the
for
heck?
example, has you know, multiple types of customization.
Maybe because it's
Inside
on
of it, you know,
Nintendo
there's different
Switch.
powers that they each have. On
It
top
does
of
not
that,
look
you know,
like
as
very
you
good
continue to
quality.
progress through the mastery system, which is kind of like a leveling system in the game, and an achievement system, you start unlocking new other customizations. So, for example, if we were playing Axe, one of the moves with the Axe is to actually throw it, and you can customize that to. So normally it comes back to you after you've thrown it. What you can do is you can actually take a mod that takes away the kind of the boomerang effect and makes it do a lot more damage.
And I love that depth of combat and just that flexibility because, you know, as an axe user, you would think you're kind of locked into just melee, but the ability to have a little bit of range for the strategy, right? That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we're fighting Charog. So he's the big kind of salamander-looking thing. Fun fact: we actually called him Sally for the longest time because we didn't have a good name for him.
That's cute.
So I'm going to really try not to call him Sally the whole time that we're fighting him.
Oh, he looks like he could be a Sally. He's got
Yeah.
that Sally vibe going on. Oh, and
So
he's got a lot of fire.
Oh, I am definitely on fire.
So Charog's a fire behemoth, and so, you know, one of the ways that you kind of choose how you want to play is kind of what armor you bring changes, you know, your resistances and what powers you have. And so Nick is currently wearing the Embermane armor, which is another fire behemoth's armor. So it's got a lot of fire resistance, which is really good for this encounter. And you can actually see there's kind of some, you know, we just saw some kind of blue puffs there. That's some ice abilities that are, you know, going to be really strong against Charog.
And I love that extra layer strategy with the elemental, you know, pieces for like ice.
It doesn't
and kinda
even like
mix
show
and
his
match, and you
health.
feel
Where
like
does it show his health?
all the gear that you're getting is worth something. You're not kind of just replacing and swapping out for the next big thing, right?
Yeah, totally. So, you know, as you can see, he's starting to get kind of cut up. and that kind of shows kind of how the fight is progressing. So
They
you know,
definitely
you'll
should have
notice
put
that there's no
health
kind of
on.
bars or whatever. We really want players to kind of have a really diegetic experience in the game and really take. You know, you have to pay attention to what's going on. They also wherever those those cuts are.
Looks
you
like
know,
the
local
game's
to where
kinda
where
lagging.
damage has been done. So if you see the tail,
Get that it's early development, but still
it might
it's
actually
like
get cut off pretty soon here if everybody continues to focus on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and attack it, get it exposed, open up a weak point for Chris here to maybe cut the tail off.
Yeah, Sally's not playing very nice right now. Jeez.
One of the things that I love about this game as you're getting in here is as you encounter each new kind of behemoth, you really need to pay attention to its movements, its attacks, learn its tells, and figure out, okay, for this behemoth, what does my strategy need to be? And if you've got a team that works really well together, you can really capitalize on those moments where you're going to have a little bit of an opening or you're able to do a little bit more damage to the behemoth, especially for certain parts. And in terms of kind of focusing certain areas of the behemoth and building up your strategy, we should probably talk a little bit about the different
pretty
colors of
sure
damage
these
numbers
people
that
aren't
we're
very
seeing
good
on the
at
screen
this.
here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in the case of the Warpike is unique because it actually does 3 different types of damage. It does normal damage, which is white, and then it also does what's called piercing damage. Piercing damage is really interesting because the more piercing damage you do, the more likely you are to expose an area on the behemoth. And when an area is exposed, other players can come and now do other players can come and do more damage to that area. And then you'll see the yellow damage there. That's slashing damage. So that's
Feel
your
bad
basic
for
kind of
this
like your cuts off
monster.
pieces. It does more damage to parts and changes kind of how the loot table will go. So you know, as
It's
you do more
literally
slashing damage to an
dying.
area, you'll break apart. And as you break parts, that will change the actual loot table that these behemoths
I
drop.
feel so bad
And,
for
you know,
it.
as it goes with loot, the basic premise is you're saving these islands from these behemoths, but also at the same time you're taking kind of the pieces of the behemoth to make more new armor with them. And so you're kind of constantly trying to kill bigger behemoths so that you can get better armor. to kill
dying,
more of these
no.
bigger behemoths.
Yeah, and I know this is a kind of, for the sake of the demo, consolidated to just the behemoth, but I love the world that you created for all the biomes and just how it attributes to each behemoth.
It's
Yeah,
really
so right now
sad.
we're in kind of a desert biome, which is, you know, obviously very kind of blaze or fire oriented. You know, the next biome I think we're going to see is going to be the ice one, and you know, each has different properties. They have different layouts and kind of different kind of thematics that really try and help sell it. On top of that, the types of things that you gather in each biome are going to be very different. And so, you know, the consumables, which is that area on the bottom right there, which are the various things that you can bring to a fight to kind of further customize your
This
experience,
kinda looks
all of
pretty
those
cool.
are generated through the gathering system. We don't have any of that in the demo, just to kind of keep things moving quickly. But you know, as a Slayer, what you'll end up doing is you know, let's say if you want you know, a special type of grenade, you're going to want to go and grab some various
Yeah, this kind of looks
gather
pretty
tools
cool.
on the island, kind of while you're fighting the behemoth.
Right.
And it is interesting. I mean, for some of the combat, finding the behemoth in the first place is going to be part of the challenge because you've got
There we go, got
a
the
big
tail.
territory that it could be hanging out in. So once you actually find it, you can toss up a flare, let the rest of your team know, okay, fine, I found it. Come here, stop collecting stuff. We gotta go to work.
Yeah, and we're also, as you saw, like the behemoth kind of fell over there.
I don't know if
Kind
it's
of one of
local
those
co-op
breaks,
or
and
you
so,
actually need like
And one of the things that kind of just popped up on the left side of the screen was that.
if you actually need like multiple consoles, it'd be nice if there was co-op.
So for folks who haven't played Dauntless before, we should probably spend a little bit of time going over the HUD here and what folks are seeing on the screen. Because
Yeah,
we've got
absolutely.
a lot of helpful information going on here.
Absolutely. So I talked a little bit about the bottom right corner. So that's your various consumables that you can bring. On the top left, that's your standard health bar plus a stamina bar. So each move takes you know, stamina to do, and you kind of got to manage your stamina. Below that, in Nick's case, that's basically a charge bar. So each weapon has a different kind of set of abilities that it can do. In the case of the Warpike, as you're hitting the behemoth, you're going to charge up. You're going to basically take either Aether from the behemoth and store it in your.
Hey! There we go.
Awesome, you guys did it.
That's so
So yeah, you're
sad.
going to take all that Aether from it, and you're going to charge up the blade, and then as long as you don't get hit, you can then kind of plug it in and then do some special moves with it. Anyways, do you want to talk a little bit about next stuff there, Nick?
Yeah, so we're going to jump into one more hunt. We're going to check out a brand new behemoth. Never
After
before
this
seen.
hunt
His
or
name is
halfway
Winterhorn
through it, I
Scrave.
think I'm gonna end the
We've been working
stream.
on him for a couple of months now. He's definitely one of the more challenging behemoths in the game. As
That
you
one
saw,
looked
things,
challenging for me.
like pixel perfect dodges, high fidelity combat, very tactical feel in the game. Super important to us. So we're no strangers to challenge in our game. And yeah, we're gonna give him a go, see how we do, and see how things go.
Right on. So, any tips as we head into Winterhorn's Grave?
Yeah, so
Dodge.
Dodge is great. Dodge is your best friend. Don't get hit. He's going to drop these winter totems that are going to create blizzards that'll obscure our field of view. So we're definitely going to want to jump on those as quickly as we can. If you find yourself get frozen, you're going to want to mash the dodge button to break free. If you see one of your allies who's frozen, you can knock them free by hitting the ice off of them as well.
Sounds good. While we're getting ready to load into this new behemoth, during the normal gameplay cycle, what we'd have done after that is pick up all the gear that we picked up from that behemoth and then head back to Ramsgate. And there's a lot of really awesome stuff that you can do there for your character in terms of progressing different quest lines, interacting with artisans, craftspeople. We should probably talk a little bit about that since folks who are watching won't have a chance to see Ramsgate in action here.
Yeah. So basically, you called it out. Like there's a
Who
whole
voted
bunch of,
Scar?
it's kind of Ramsgate is a social hub for us, and so as you go back, it's where you kind of meet up with your friends, where you find your party, get ready to go. The loadout, you go and you craft new weapons, kind of discover the quests and stuff like that, and ultimately is where you interact with the story.
This
of the
game looks
as well.
pretty good. Maybe it's on
And
Xbox. If it
you know,
is, that'll be
and,
nice.
we want to give players kind of a space where they kind of can feel
If it's on
comfortable with
PC, I'll
expressing
play it
themselves
on
and who they are in the
stream.
game world. And that's what Ramsgate's all about.
I was so impressed when I first got there, just how much potential it feels like there is in that city with so many colorful characters and just the environment itself. I think the first time I ended up in Ramsgate, I just wandered off. I wasn't ready to talk to anybody yet. I was like, I'm going to go explore over here, and I ended up in a sewer system, and I found a really cute turtle, and I was like, okay, I guess I should talk to the other people first. But I was having so much fun just jumping around this city and exploring it.
Yeah, there's so that Hector's name is that turtle.
It looks so bad at first.
Hector's adorable.
Also, there's a guild in the game called the Roof Rams, and they've been around since the earliest betas. And these players they're feverish about making sure that they can get to every corner, and have given us a lot of good feedback on how to best
They're
make that a
on
fun experience.
PC, Xbox, and
Shout out to
PS4.
the Roof Rams.
It's free. Okay.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
You look big and stumpy and scary.
So, Winterhorn Scrave is actually an old behemoth that we had in the game for a while that we actually removed, and we wanted to redo from scratch. And so, some players will be familiar kind of with some of his moveset, but we basically took him back into the lab, redid the model, redid all the gameplay elements, and made him a whole lot harder.
He's very mobile right off the bat, just seeing how much he's using the space and moving around. Just
so-
being able to pin him down.
I was gonna say,
is the
Scrave is hard
challenge.
enough, man. Jeez.
So he's basically a mobile control behemoth. So a lot of what he does is controls the battlefield. So you'll start to see soon he leaves mines on the ground. He throws up walls all over the place that you have to kind of manage. And then pretty soon he'll also start to throw those totems down, which slow you down, do damage. And if you don't basically kind of keep on top of it, the fight's going to snowball pretty poorly.
Oh, snowball.
Nice dad joke
I
there,
see what
Jesse.
you did
Nice.
there. Oh, cool.
Looks
Okay, so
like
we've
he's
got the visibility
a
effect
totem
going
up here.
Where do you drop
So the
that?
interesting part of these totems is that, as you guys are having to focus on it, he's still hanging around doing his business. And so, it's really tough once he gets one or two of those things going out.
So in terms of equipment, we've talked a little bit about weapon customization, talked about armor, but another really important part of a Slayer's loadout that we haven't touched on is the lantern.
Fox is kind of the lantern expert on the team.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to not die.
Good luck.
While we talk about that. So we've rolled a few different lanterns into the presets for the demo. But
Sorry, guys.
You're gonna be able to fully customize, as you hunt and as you craft things from the different behemoths. Right now, I have an Embermane lantern, which leaves these giant mines essentially that explode after a set amount of time. Some of the other ones we have for the demo are we have the Skarn Lantern, which has a damaging kind of shield around you. We have Draft Lantern, which lets you
There's a
shoot
spinning tree.
gigantic lightning bolt.
The left side of the
Second
screen.
here.
So one of the things that the lanterns do is they kind of embody the behemoth that they were made from. So while the armor and the weapons kind of call back to them. So for example, the Ember main armor is very good against fire. We really wanted to kind of give the players an opportunity to have something that really like screams the behemoth.
Like be the behemoth almost, and use one of their signature attacks.
So Drask is that, if you remember back to the kind of the start screen that we showed earlier, he's that kind of big green lizard, and his kind of key abilities, he shoots these kind of like sniper laser beams.
Guys, I think I'm gonna end the
So
stream
Drask
right
Lantern, when
here.
you activate it and you build up charge with it, then gives you that ability
This
to
is
shoot
pretty
those kind of
sick,
laser
but
beams and do kind of very draft.
The stream has been going on for quite a while. So
Nick,
yeah,
as you can see, there's
this
stuff.
game looks pretty sick, and I'll probably be playing it on PC.
Other players can come
I'll
and
check it on
rescue him out of
Steam.
that.
So yeah, see you guys.
He's protecting that Aether
Bye.
vein down there.
Yeah.